Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play Podcast, your daily dose of strategies, insights, and action steps to grow your business and build your freedom. It's time to stop playing small and start making power plays.
All righty. Hello, and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play Podcast. I am your host today, Valerie Walton, co-founder of the Profitpreneur. And you got me today. So without further ado, I got to jump into this because we're going to cover a lot of stuff. So let's do this. Today, I want to talk about how to think profitably. One of the issues that I have seen with my experience being an entrepreneur, literally my entire adult life, and then coming into the online space, I've noticed that in certain areas like network marketing, even affiliate marketing, it's made to seem as if all you need is a few tools, a few lines, and bam, you're going to be rich. No. It does not work that way. There is one thing needed, one thing only to be able to make some really good money. Everything else is extra. And so I've seen people walk away from this one thing, the one and only thing that they need to be profitable, and go to all of these shiny objects instead and go and spend money on expenses instead of investing in this one thing. One thing. I wonder if anybody can guess what it is. Well, I'm going to show you, okay? I'm not just going to tell you about it. I'm going to show you because I want to help people avoid this mistake of not focusing on this one thing and instead going here, there, and everywhere, child. It's crazy. It's crazy. We ain't got time for that. We do have time to profit because it's important for our families and our future, right? Okay, so let's see if I remember how to share my screen. Let's try that one first. Okay, I know how to make it full screen. I don't know how to share the screen. Here we go. Y'all let me know if you could see this stuff. Oh, I didn't see that before. Or if I did, I forgot. All right, here we go. Okay, make this full screen. So I want to use this as an example for a lot of folks that get started in the online business space, or really in any business. It's a dream to be able to start earning at least $10,000 a month, right? So when it comes to that, how do you do that? That's over $100,000 per year. So you're definitely in the six-figure a year range, right? So before I even go into how this is done and talking about this one thing, I want to make sure, just in case you're brand new, you don't know nothing about me, child, listen, if you're wondering, is this yet another person that's just telling me stuff and they don't know what they're talking about? No. And here's proof. Okay. I know how to make the $10,000 a month. This was 1 month of $10,158.20. This was 1 month of over $11,000. Here's 1 day of $15,000. And I've been doing this since been doing this. This was just 1 year after I got started online. That's a $25,000 day. And my husband and I have been able to reproduce these results over and over again for ourselves and for others. So we know that this is the one thing. You with me? All right, let's do it. So I want to use something simple, right? We're building an online business, and a lot of times we want to use online assets like Facebook. Okay, so let's go with that. Let's say that we want to be able to close sales every single month. And we use just Facebook, right? Sticking with one platform. Well, we're going to have to go from Facebook as a whole and the 2.8 billion people on Facebook and weed out and find and filter through so that we can get to our target audience. Then we got to go from there and reach the suspects. Now, what are suspects? I have a whole course on this. This is actually an excerpt from the course. And we also teach this very heavily inside of our Profitpreneur membership. So get that 14 days for free, and then you dive in every month. Okay. But anyway, a suspect, just to make it brief and simple, is a person who is showing you clues, showing you signs that they may be interested in what you offer, but you're just seeing signs. You have not gotten confirmation yet. A lead is someone who is not only showing you signs they're interested, but they've actually taken action on that interest. And they have given you some bit of information that gives you permission to contact them and connect with them. They give it to you. You don't beg them for it. You don't steal it. You don't scrape it off the internet. Okay. All right. So they have to give this to you, and then they become a lead. From there, they become a prospect. These are the folks that not only gave you their information and gave you permission to contact you, which is a lead, but they want you to contact them. Okay. So now you're in talks. They are prospects. You are, well, I'll give you another analogy in a second. So now you guys are in communication and you're in a position to make an offer, which then leads to the sale. Simple, right? Perfect. Now I'm gonna break it down even more, just in case. I want you to start looking at sales the same way you look at dating. And this will help you to ensure that you avoid coming off creepy, nasty, stank, salesy, pushy, and just gross. Okay. We don't want that. And sometimes we don't realize we're doing that. So let's go through this again. Facebook is like its own little world. Like I said, almost 3 billion people on Facebook. It's 8 billion people on the earth. Okay. So a large chunk of that is there. If you wanted to start dating, let's say you think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to put myself back out there. Well, you can't stay holed up in your house under a blanket and nobody ever even know you exist, let alone want to date you. So you have to go out into the world, into the public eye. That is what Facebook helps you do with your business. You're going into the public eye, right? On a very large platform, but this can apply to any platform. Okay. Next, looking for your target audience is looking for the people who have an interest in you, right? If you're going to, if you're going to start dating, you want only the people that you like to look at looking back at you. You don't want the people that's like, I don't like her hair. I don't like her nose. You don't want that. And you don't want the rude guy. You don't want the mean guy. You don't want the broke guy. You want, right? You want the person that you're attracted to feel an attraction for you. So you start to prepare yourself in a way that grabs this type of person's attention. You want the person that wants you. You don't want any and everybody. And yet we do this in business. Stop. Okay. So how do we do that? We go out, we start posting, things like that. Suspects show up, right? This is the person who does lock eyes with you from across the room. Hey, how you doing over there? Right? That person, that's a suspect. All they've done is show a sign they may be interested. They haven't approached you yet. They haven't said nothing to you yet. Y'all just locked eyes from across the room. That's a suspect. And online, that is things like, oh, I like your post. Don't get all crazy. Okay. Don't be like, oh, they like my post. Time to make a sale. Stop. Slow down. Because if you rush through this process, it's going to be a disaster. Just like if you rush through the dating process, it's going to be a disaster. Okay. So then the next step, once you guys have locked eyes, they become a lead. How? Y'all get engaged in a little brief conversation. Y'all exchange phone numbers, right? They ask you, you ask them for their number. They ask you for your number, whatever, right? You ask them for their number or they ask you for your number. Okay. And then now that you have that information, right? Because they wouldn't have given you the information. They wouldn't have given you contact information if they didn't want you to have it and if they didn't want you to contact them. Ladies, have you ever had a guy come up to you and ask for your number and you don't want them to have it? Do you give it to them anyway? I don't. Well, didn't. I'm married now. You don't want to do that. You're like, I'm seeing someone right now. Gotta go. Right? But you damn sure don't give them the info. So a lead is someone who is giving you that information. And in that dating process analogy, that is when you guys exchange numbers. Next is the prospecting. Because what comes next? Oh, you guys start getting on the phone with each other. You're talking, you're texting, you're getting to know one another and know what each other wants and knows each other's values. Why? Because dating isn't just to be dating. If you're serious about this thing, you're looking for a commitment. So you are looking to see if the two of you are compatible enough to go in that direction towards a long-term relationship commitment, right? If that is the case, an offer is made in between the prospect and the sale, right? In dating, the offer is a proposal. He gets down on one knee. He's got the ring. Hello. But he damn sure ain't going to get down on one knee and invested all that money into that ring when he's like, we just met yesterday. I got no idea if she even likes me. No, that's not happening. We need evidence. We need time. We need to see the compatibility. We need to draw from that, from our exchanges with one another. This is how this works. Now, the question is, what's that look like? What does this look like in business? When you are converting and closing, let's just say it's just at 10%. Just 10%. That's not too bad, right? Or is it? Let's find out. So you're on Facebook. And let's say you just want to focus on 10,000 people on Facebook. You want to get yourself in front of 10,000 people on Facebook at least, right? Let's just go with that. Well, if you're converting and closing at 10%, here's what happens in this process. Target audience, 10% of that, 10% of the people on Facebook is your target audience. That's 1,000 folks. Suspect, 10% of your target audience is suspects. That's 100 folks. Leads. If you're converting 10% of your suspects into leads, that's 10 people. Prospects. If you can only get in touch with one lead, right? At 10% of your leads, that's only one person. So when you're on with that prospect, what are you thinking? 9 times out of 10, what's going on in the mind of the marketer is, oh, this is my one and only person. This is my one shot. I can't blow this. I got to get it. If they say no, I got no sales. And with a 10% chance that they say yes, it's a 90% chance they say no, and you get no sales. So you're out here on Facebook every day, and these are your results. How do you fix this? How do you improve it? What is the one thing that you're going to need to improve this? Skills. You're going to need to build up your skills. You don't need another new fancy system or program. You don't need another course if you're not going to apply it. And you're just going to leave it sitting saved in your courses folder on your computer. You need to actually start building your skills. I'm going to show you what a difference this makes. Okay. If you start building your skills and you just get 10% better than you were before, we're now looking at 20%. We're going to keep the number the same. You're going to go back out here. Now that your skills are 10% better and you can close at 20%, we're not going to work harder. We're going to work smarter. 10,000 people still on Facebook. We're keeping that the same. We ain't doing no more work, no less work. 10,000 folks. But now I'm closing at 20%. The target audience is twice as much. Look at that. At 2,000 people that I've attracted to me as I'm putting out my content on Facebook in a much better way because my skills are better. Now I can convert into suspects. I got 400 people instead of previously I only had 100. I'm much more likely to convert them into leads, which I do at 20%. And now instead of 10 leads, I got 80. I start off the same way, but my skills are better. Now out of these leads, I can close at 20%. That's 16 prospects as opposed to 10 the last time. So now when I get on the phone or on a Zoom or contact my prospects and we're having conversations. Previously, only had one person, one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. What is it? What's the song? I don't know. Listen, you get what I'm saying though, right? Before, one person. That feels difficult. It feels like I have to be perfect because you practically damn near do. If you miss it, you're out of, like, there is no sale. But in this case, you got 16 people. And think about this in the dating world too. Think about it. You only got one person that's interested in you. You're like, oh, well, I guess we might as well see how this works. I'm lonely. But if you got 16 people after you calling you up, hey, how you doing? Let me take you out. You kind of like, I got my options. I'm not worried. I'm not desperate. I'm not lonely. I can do whatever I want. I can choose which one of these prospects I want, right? You have a choice. So if you miss out on one, so what? Now let's look at the closing rate. 3 to 4 sales. 3 to 4 sales. You went from nothing to 3 to 4 sales. 4 times is good, right? Why wouldn't we want to do that? You didn't have to go and buy any fancy tools. You didn't have to go and hire anybody. You just need to build up your skills. Okay. Now, what if we do 10% better? What's that going to look like? Oh, child. We're same people, same amount, 10,000. We're starting off with the same, but how come the end result is different? Because your skills are stronger, better. Now we're at 3,000 for the target audience. Now we can convert to 900 for suspects. Then we can bring in 270 leads. Then we can have 81 prospects. Now we're closing at 24 sales. Do you see the exponential growth just by taking the small step and moving the needle just a tiny bit when it comes to your skills? Your skills come first. Do not focus on investing in anything else but your skills first. You have to start with you. You have to invest in you first. You got to believe in yourself before anybody else is going to believe in you. All right. I'm at my time, but I'm going to try to squeeze this in anyway, because I know you want to see this. So exactly, how do you increase those percentages? Again, building your skill set, preferably with a coach and on ongoing training. And that's what we have here inside of the Profitpreneur. So why don't you come and check us out? And you know what? I think I will go ahead and stop here. How would you like it if I come back next week and I give you the other portion of this, of how to make this grow even more exponentially? Would you like that? Okay. So we're going to try that out. Yeah. I'll do a part 2 on this because you got to see the next half, but I think it might take us way over the time. I have it here, but we'll talk about it next week. Okay. So here's the key to all of this. Okay. You want to make sure that you are constantly honing in on your skill. Even surgeons have to do ongoing education. Continuing education is what they call it. Okay. If you're in a trade, same thing. Continuing education is important and sometimes necessary for your licensing, right? To renew your license. So if it's that important in all these different ranges of professions, why shouldn't it be important for you? Okay. So like I said, you are welcome to come and hang with us and learn exactly how to start building the proper skill sets that are tried and true. They withstand the test of time and they allow you to be able to grow your skills in a manner that you can go anywhere and you can grow any kind of business you want to at any time, no matter what the economic circumstances are in your country or wherever, and still be able to start creating what we call create your own economy. Right? So this is so very important to do. And we are here to give you the support and better yet, a safe place to practice these skills. How many of you get taught, go out here and, okay, you learned it. Now go put it to the test to the public. No. You get ways to be able to test your knowledge, test your skills, practice your skills a little bit, and get comfortable and confident with what you're doing before you go out there to the public, because those are your potential customers. You don't want to push them away. So you can practice here inside the Profitpreneur first, and then get out there and start making that money. And why is that important? Making more money opens you up to more options in your life, which can lead you to a better future for yourself and all the people that you love and care about. I've got 2 kids, and although they are adults now, I am still always looking out for them. My daughter just yesterday wasn't feeling well, and I was thankful that I had the money to be able to help her with what she needed, and now she's feeling much better already. So without that, we'd all be sitting around like, oh, Lord, what we're going to do? You don't want that, don't you? Don't you want to be able to just be like, oh, I got it. No problem. Let's take care of it right now. Yeah. Well, go ahead and get your 14-day free trial inside the Profitpreneur. We're excited to have you with us. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you back tomorrow. Same channel, same time.